Hi everyone, and I hope all is well with everyone today. So as the title says, we're going to talk about primers, and I think it was in my favorites I talked about my Rimmel primer, my the Stay Matte primer, and I did make a little, went off topic and went a little rant about how I'm going to have a video about primers. Well guys, it's a primer video and it's going to be long. So I say grab something to drink and let's jump in because I'm trying my best not to make it long, but I know it's going to be long. So I'm going to apologize from now if it's too long. I really am sorry. So let's jump in. I'm going to tell you now, I have sensitive to dry skin. So I'm going to tell you the primers that I use, why I think a primer is important, why I know that other people don't use primers, and why some people rather that don't use primers, and to each his own. I just feel, this is just my view on why I think a primer for your skin is really important. I cannot stress it. So jump right in. Now, the first primer that I've used is the e.l.f.'s Face Primer, and that's it right here. And this is the primer. It's just like a little citrus, a little serum. It looks like that, and it just blends out right there. It's like a really clear serum. It reminds me of like the Maybelline baby, the baby skin pore, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. And the next two ones I have here is the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer, and it fills in fine lines and moisturizer. It has A, C, and E, and it comes in a little bluish, greenish bottle. Well, it looks like greenish on the screen, but it's like a more bluish turquoise. And this is a thicker, a little thicker than the first one I just showed you. And it's a little thing. I would definitely use this in the winter because I feel like it's more nourishing to the skin. And then the next one I have is the Poreless Face Primer by e.l.f. And this one is like a cream substance, and you could use that in the summer because it's kind of like a lightweight primer. Okay, and the next one I have, and I know everyone's going to be like, what? You have sensitive skin and dry skin, you're using matte? And it's my great Rimmel Stay Fit. Guys, I can't talk right now. Rimmel Stay Matte Primer, and this one. And this is like my go-to primer because I use my glycerin, my pure glycerin, as my moisturizer. And once I use this moisturizer, I can use a matte, and still I feel like underneath my skin is still moisturized, but it still gives me a matte look. So I am going with my glycerin, then I go in, then I let that dry for about a couple minutes or so. Then I go in with my matte primer, and my face, it gives me a nice matte look. That's what I have on today, is a nice matte look, but my face is not dry and underneath, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Now, that's my recommendation for sensitive and dry skin. Now, for combo skin, I have some notes because I don't have oily to combo skin, but I'm going to insert pictures here so you can see what I'm talking about, so it doesn't sound crazy when I'm just naming off these names. So I've been hearing a lot of people talk about the Monistat Chafing Relief Powder Gel, and I was like, chafing. Sorry guys, for chafing. That was simply a brain freeze. For chafing, but I've been reading and seeing many videos and they rave about it. So I think if you have oily skin to combination skin, you should try the Monistat. And like I said, I'm going to insert a picture of that so you can know what it looks like. And it sells at CVS, and I believe it runs for like $8.49, $9. Don't quote me, but that's what I think. And then the next one, which I do have on, it's not really a primer, but it can be used as a primer, especially for your pores. And this is the Maybelline Skin Instant Poreless Eraser, and I use this today, and I've been using this for the last, I want to say, 2 months, and it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't allow my skin to feel greasy or have a dewy look, because once again, I go in with my glycerin, then I go in with this, and then I go in with my matte primer. So if I'm trying to hide some pores, I do this. And I don't have big pores. I just have like, I don't know if you can see them on camera, but my pores are just like really tiny up in here, like little tiny pores up in here. So I use this, and this has been like my holy grail for the last month and a half. So I would definitely recommend this for dry skin, for combination skin, and for oily skin as well. So definitely. Now I also talk about I've heard about the Coverfx. I think it's solely sold by Sephora, and that is also supposed to be a great primer. I think on a little higher end, but it's your skin we're talking about, so I think that's a go right there. And then I have the Benefit the Pore Professional Primer. I like this primer. Does it do, if would it be a dupe? Do I like this? If I had to compare, I would go with this one. I mean, I'll show you what it looks like. It reminds me so much of makeup somehow, like a concealer. And that's what it looks like. And I'll swatch it here for you. And I mean, a little does go a long way. I would say that. Don't put a lot. I wouldn't put a lot on because, yeah, it goes a long way. But it does hide the pores, you know, erase some of the pores. It's not, nothing's going to be 100%, but it does help. I know a lot of people on YouTube rave about this, so I went on, I got it, and it's good. Is it like my Maybelline one? No, but it's good. Does that make sense? I would say definitely if you're in the market of using a pore eraser, try the Maybelline. You know, I mean, it's a drugstore item. You can try this, and if it doesn't work for you, then you know you can go and step up, and this could be like your next substitute to use this one. So that one. Also, between that, they have for the oil and combination skin, they have the Laura, oh, I hope I say this right, Laura Mercier, and I have inserted a picture for that, and this is the Laura Mercier primer, and they rave. I went to Sephora, and they rave about this. They say for your oily and combination, you can use this. It is the best thing out there. It's on the higher end. I believe it's around $34, $35, so you could try that out. So I don't know, because like I said, I don't have oily to combination skin, but I just want to give some examples of things that you could use. And like again, now for this combination, you could go either or. You can use this, which is a Benefit. You could use the Maybelline. You could use the Laura Mercier. You can also use this Rimmel. The Rimmel has in the blue, and it has the red one, and I'm gonna insert that picture. And you can also use that if you have if you're trying to have, you can use this if you have oily skin, but you also can use the red one if you have the oily skin. No, maybe combination you could get away with it, but oily skin I would not use the red one. For oily skin, I would definitely use this one. I get away with this being dry because like I said, I use my glycerin, so that's how I get away with to be able to use this, and my face don't feel dry and crack and all that good stuff. Also, a little note too, I would also recommend you using a brush if you have oily skin. Like there's little things that you never think about. Like, I'm just gonna reach for one of my brushes here. Like any brush, like when you're putting on a primer, I would definitely I'm just going for this. You would just go use any one. This is just my elf's brush, and it's like this. And you would just open your primer, of course, use it, and then you put it like on your face or whatever. Or a brush. If it's more your face, you could use one of your I don't know, I'm sorry, I don't want to reach. And this is my my Real Techniques, and you could probably use one of this and just go in and put on your primer. Just for the simple fact that your hands, your hands get oily and they're greasy, and unless you're washing your hands right then and there and putting on your primer, you can put out any oils and grease from your fingers can get on your skin, and that doesn't do the job. You get all that dewy look. If you want the dewy look, that's fine, but if you're trying to control your oil in your skin, you want to probably maybe use a brush and not your fingers. So that's it, and I'm so happy it's not that long. I thought it was much longer, but now I have a couple minutes. I'm going to jump in and I'm going to give a little freebies off eye primers that I use, and I'm just going to reach for the ones that I see right on top here. And I have the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. These are for your eye now. I use the Urban Decay the eyeshadow primer, my Milani's eyeshadow primer, and this is just from my local beauty supply store. It's the Ruby Kisses. And the least, I mean, I do have it, but this is the e.l.f.'s. I don't really care for this just because it has, I'm going to swatch it for you. I don't know if you can see that. It's white, but it has like a little glitter in it, and sometimes I really don't know why you need a glitter for your eye primer. But these are my 4 go-to. I use these. So far, I've been loving my Urban Decay, and then I got my Lorac from my Lorac palette, and then I received this with it, and I'm loving this. I use it. This is where, I mean, this is a sample size, but I'm going for this like almost every day, and I'm like, I'm going to use this up real quickly. I have to buy the full size, but I do use my my Milani, and I think I do also have a Black Radiance. It's probably my bag, but I do use Black Radiance ones, and I do love that too. But I will say, if I had to just choose on top of my head, my Lorac, I think it glides on my my eyeshadow very well. So guys, thank you. I hope I covered everything. Just, we're gonna do a little thing. I don't want to forget anything. Why do I think a primer is important? A primer is important because I don't think you would get out of your bed, wake up, and just throw on makeup. You would cleanse, you would moisturize, you would actually cleanse, you tone, you moisturize, and then you would prime your skin. I mean, if you want, you throw on makeup on your skin, but on the skin that's unprimed. But primer is like a barrier. I find it to be like a barrier for your skin. It's protecting your skin, and if you wear makeup on a daily basis, you want to protect your skin, because when you take off the makeup, you want to still have nice and, you know, good looking skin. So with that said, I would definitely, please guys, please, I cannot hear anymore like a primer. What primer? I don't want to hear that anymore. If you're wearing makeup, foundation, powder, please, eyeshadow, please use a primer. And think about, you know, years to come, you want to take care of the skin. You want the skin to be, you know, good for you and long lasting. So you need to take care of your skin. Thank you guys for listening, for watching. Please subscribe and like, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video, guys. And I hope this is helpful. See you soon. Bye.